everyone. I wanted to share a book with you today titled The Mountain Jews and the Mirrors. This is a very important book right now, especially while a lot of us are home, we're not going to work, we're not going to school, we're not doing our normal activities. This book, the value of it is Shalom Bayit, which means, the peace, keeping the peace in the home. I think this is very important and very relatable right now, as a lot of us might be kind of getting tired with our brothers or our sisters or our moms or our dads or our other friends and relatives that we might be stuck at home with right now. So I think it's a reminder of how, think about everything in your house, think about what's going on and how we all can work together to make this unfortunate situation a little bit better. So we'll read the book together. In a faraway village in the Atlas Mountains of Morocco, Estrella and Yosef got married. Mazel bueno. All the mountain Jews threw them a big party. But the new young couple worried. How would they feed and support themselves? Yosef made money selling nuts and raising sheep, but it wasn't enough for the two of them. Then good news came. Estrella's uncle wrote to her parents, "Send the young couple to Casablanca. Yosef will work in my carpet shop. They can rent a small apartment close by." Estrella and Yosef clasped their hands in answer to their prayers. But then Estrella's face clouded. "How can we leave our village? We know nothing about the big city." "Don't worry," said Yosef as they packed their few belongings. In Casablanca, Estrella's uncle and cousins prepared an apartment. They added a rickety table, a blue chair here, a yellow chair there, 2 beds, blankets, pots, and utensils. The only thing missing was a wardrobe for clothes. When Estrella and Yosef arrived, they stared in amazement. 2 whole rooms just for them. So much furniture. Smooth, shiny floors, not like the dirt floors in their village. Soon, Yosef said goodbye to his wife and left for his new job at the carpet shop. Estrella walked to the market to buy vegetables. She gazed at the other women walking past with their baskets as the vendors called out, "Watermelon, cheap, sweet tomatoes." These women are so beautiful, thought Estrella with a pang. Much more beautiful than I am. While Estrella shopped, her cousins were lugging a wardrobe step by step up to the new couple's apartment. How heavy it was! It was the finest they could find. They placed it opposite the door, where it would be seen and admired by anyone who entered. Estrella returned home with her vegetables, eager to make the special salad Yosef loved. She opened the door to her apartment, and her eyes fell upon a strange, beautiful woman. Estrella screamed and ran down the stairs, back into the street. She threw her arms up. "Wheelie, wheelie, my husband has taken another wife. Oh, help me, what should I do?" "Ask the rabbi," said the neighbors, pointing her towards the synagogue where the rabbi studied the Holy Torah all day. Estrella rushed to the synagogue and told the rabbi her terrible story. "We have just moved here, and suddenly my husband thinks he can take another wife." Her dark eyes flashed. "I won't put up with this." Her voice dropped to a whisper. "The new wife is more beautiful than I," and she wept bitter tears. The old rabbi stroked the hairs of his white beard, trying to make sense of their strange story. He was a wise man, though not very worldly. He spent his time in the synagogue and kept far from the outside world. Meanwhile, Yosef had spent his morning selling carpets to proud, handsome city men, who smiled at him with pity and said, "Ah, a mountain Jew. I can tell just by looking at you." Yosef returned home for lunch, his shoulders sagging. He had never felt so low. What was he compared to these fine fellows? Just a simple Jew from a mountain village? Still, he put on a smile for Estrella and opened the door to the apartment. Surprised, he saw a handsome man standing in the middle of the room. Yosef gasped and shut the door. Aye, Estrella has found another husband. He too rushed to the synagogue to seek advice from the rabbi. My wife has married another man, Yosef told the rabbi. Does she think just because she found someone handsomer than I that she can set me aside? He snapped his fingers. Just like that? Said the rabbi. A wife with 2 husbands, a husband with 2 wives. What craziness was this? I must come to your apartment and see for myself what the trouble is, he said. He hobbled over with his cane and climbed the stairs to their apartment. He opened the door. He stared. Before him stood a noble old man, whose eyes shone with wisdom. Who are you? Asked the rabbi. As the rabbi spoke, the old man's lips moved, but the rabbi heard nothing. Still, it was clear that this man was filled with the love of God and Torah. The rabbi had studied for so many years. When would he be as filled with knowledge as this wise man? The rabbi backed out and closed the door. The neighbors had gathered outside, the women surrounding Estrella, the men huddled around Yosef. Well, said the rabbi, you don't need me to handle this problem after all. There is already a rabbi upstairs. The neighbors looked at one another in confusion. Wait, exclaimed the young man. It's the mirror. That's what they've been looking at. Estrella and Yosef stared. They had never heard of a mirror. What about that beautiful woman? Estrella sputtered. That's you, the woman told her. Your own reflection. Well, who was that tall, handsome man? Yosef demanded. That's you, the men explained. Dear husband, Estrella said to Yosef shyly, I am beautiful, am I not? Oh, Estrella, Yosef said, kissing her fingertips, you are as beautiful as the stars. Then he ducked his head. Dear wife, I think you married a handsome man. No? Goodness, Yosef, she said, you're a finer sight than rain in the desert. They beamed at each other, hand in hand. They walked up the stairs to their new home. The rabbi chuckled to himself. Of course, a mirror, he thought for a minute. So that wise man filled with the love of Torah was me? Indeed it was. The rabbi smiled. The end. So this book showed us how if we show love and respect and thoughtfulness to each other, we can really make this situation a better experience for all of us. So please let me know in the comments, what are you doing at home with your family to keep yourselves entertained, busy, and how are you guys getting along? I'd love to hear it. I'll talk to you all later.